Yeah.
Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and the boys, of course, as always. So, welcome to our Dark Heresy game. Last time, because who cares about shout outs, last time our group finally got to meet their Inquisitor and part of his retinue. They were told their mission objective and they were told what he expected of them. And then he left. He told them that if they wanted to speak to him, they could, and that they would be leaving on their next mission within 5 days. But they were all to go to the other ship that he had rented for their next part of their voyage. The Lustful Maiden. A fine ship. You hope.
That's a nice looking ship.
The ship that is on the screen now. Apparently, Forge World has... bollocks, I've forgotten the word for it. What is it when you pay an artist to do work to do artwork? Commission. That's the word. They have commissioned someone to go through and do a load of rogue trader ships, or at least do some new artwork for said ships. And this is one of them. So this is going to be the artwork for the Emperor's Profiteer, because it looks a bit like what I described, a little bit. So, you were all left. Magnus. Well, technically, yes. Magnus sent Darius a message, and they had a little heart-to-heart as Magnus had a hand in the tragedy that befell Darius's homeworld, and his pilot had something to do with his miraculous rescue. After that, they went their separate ways. And you have been given your traditional suite on the Emperor's Profiteer, which is where I believe you all are now, filling out your reports, doing the last checks, and making sure that everything is in place before handing them off. So, I will go in reverse. Ezio.
Yes, sir.
Do you leave anything out of your report?
No.
Okay. Mordecai, do you leave anything out of your report?
Yes.
Okay. Darius, do you leave anything out of your report? We'll go over one. Liliana, did you leave anything out of your report?
Nope. My report is extensive. Actually, I do leave out media stuff, like day-to-day workings of the gang, but I don't leave anything important out. I even say stuff like what I'm doing, like my tiny tasks, like finding the person on the other side and stuff like that. So I don't leave anything out.
Darius, do you leave anything out of your report?
I don't think there's anything I need to leave out, to be quite honest. So no. Plus, it wouldn't be unbecoming of me to do so after I've already mentioned shit to him in private.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remember one thing. There should be a point in my report saying, "What the fuck is a gene stealer?" Before I forget, because this is pertinent.
Oh no.
This is not my fault. You know whose fault this is.
This we can go over what I leave out in DMs or whatever.
No. That's quite all right. That's quite all right. I mean, if you want to DM it to me, you can. That's fine.
Just less stuff that will probably not come up in conversation anyway. So, but yeah, awesome.
Sorry, Mordecai. I think you might be in trouble.
Oh, I'm fully aware. The thing is that I'm not gonna say that. Not gonna say it.
Yet.
I'm not gonna say it because I like you guys not knowing.
Okay, so it gets to around dinner time, and a comm comes through, and essentially the staff aboard the Emperor's Profiteer want to know if there's anything you'd like for dinner, if there were any meals that you've had aboard that you would like to sample again. If not, they will just bring you your evening meal.
Some of the drinks from the first night we were here, first feast, they were very nice. Recommending them to the recommend to bring them out. Maybe the other groups will like them.
Sure, by all means. That's fun. You get to enjoy another quite wonderful meal and some drinks that you've had before and enjoyed. And in this time, I have noticed I'm going to have to change the picture of my avatar. It's for some reason his blue hat comes out very green, and he looks very, very green when I'm talking. I have to go with the black one. So after your meal, if there's any talking you'd like, if there's any role play you'd like to do, by all means you can. Essentially, you finish off your reports and you file them in, and turn in for the night. Or did you want to have a chat?
Darius.
Mordecai?
When I meet with the Inquisitor, you should be there as well.
Why? Any chance?
There is information you should be made aware of.
Right. Okay. All right then. You can call me. You can calm me when it comes, and I'll meet up with you. I'll probably address the group, mentioning that apparently I've been assigned the squad leader, or sorts, at least between the comms and everything. So when I had the discussion with the Inquisitor yesterday or earlier, he has mentioned that we need to keep ourselves in check a good bit. Anyone dawdling and doing things that are outside of the interests of the group, very self-serving, and to the detriment of the others, are probably going to get shot. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, don't be an asshole, trust your group, and everything should be fine?
Are you sharing your screen, this?
Yes.
Okay.
Mordecai's just going to take a big glug of his drink at that and try not to look too. You know the sort of like the shifty but trying to not look shifty drink and yeah, just like, yeah, let's breeze over me for a bit.
And I'm just going to take a long drag of my last stick and say, Well, keeping that in mind, I do have two things I need to tell you all.
Oh,
I think I may be falling for Tiffany. I want her to be with me until I die. And I'm also looking for a girl on the Underhive. If any of you...
what?
Hold up.
You're looking for a girl in the Underhive after professing your love?
What?
Yes, but here's the thing. She's just someone I want to find because I'm worried about her. Her name is Cassie.
Cassie.
Yeah, she was with me when I went through a rough patch down there. I'm gonna take a long drag of a lipstick. And by that I mean that at that time I had a really weird shit. Take the long drag. Complicated.
Jesus, Epsil got fucking quadruplets. 5.
Wow.
All right. Have we met this woman before?
Cassie? No, you shouldn't have met her.
Right.
Again.
Well, if she's in the Underhive.
This is just silly me, but I got worried because, well, remember that place we were staying, that original bar before we owned our own business?
Oh, not the Poison Kiss. The Emperor's something.
Yeah, that one. I met her there. You guys shouldn't have met her. She is, again, she's just a friend I met down there. Then I got worried because the acid riot may or may not have massacred a bunch of people. So,
What's bringing this on now? You haven't mentioned her before or anything else.
I mean, it's literally what you just said. It's just, I like to be open with this group because, like it or not, there are very few people I can trust in my life, and well, you guys are family. Like, Mordecai is older than me, but I see him as my little brother. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I trust you guys with my life.
All right. Well, we have a couple of days before we set off on this next mission or anything, so. All right. Send some of the gang out to try and find her. Go ourselves, and well, we have to move some of our gear up from the Ravens. What was it called?
Court.
Ravens Court. Up anyway. So. Okay.
Many hands make light work, and many eyes make light peeping. I don't know.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrow. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ezio, anything to go off your chest before we call us a night?
I don't know. Keep the Inquisitor happy, I suppose.
I think that goes without saying, if I'm completely honest, but alright. Thank you.
Also,
I'm gonna look straight at Darius. I'm gonna massage my temple a little bit. Darius, I apologize in advance, but what the fuck is a gene stealer?
Just.
I didn't say anything.
Again, I am really sorry, but
Yep. I just stand up or sit or remove myself from the wall I was leaning against or off from a chair and just good night. Walk out the door.
Sorry, Darius. But, so as he leaves, but what the fuck is it?
I throw a bit of like a chicken leg at, like a drumstick at you. Bloody idiot.
Mordecai.
Hey.
Sounds like you know what it is.
Don't get me wrong.
Yes. Sounds like you know what it is. So if you tell us, we don't have to pester Darius anymore.
Exactly. But here's the big thing. I'm only asking this because the mood was right. I'm getting stuff off my chest because I trust you. You're my family and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is one thing he's not ready to talk about.
Which is why I apologize in advance.
Yes. He almost knocked me out last time. I brought this up.
Almost. I was gonna try. Let me get my kosh.
Oh, you better bring it with you. They're a species of Xeno, he thought.
Oh.
That's all I think you need
Wait.
to know to understand his reaction.
I'm gonna cock my head to say so. Wait. Hold up. This traumatic event is from him finding Xenos? There's something more to it, isn't there? I mean, I think I fought a Xenos.
I kind of look around. It's like, it's not the sort of thing I should talk about when we may be overheard.
I'm gonna look around. I mean, fine, but we're technically inside an Inquisition ship now.
I thought we
Okay.
were still on the Emperor's Profiteer. Ignore me. I didn't realise. Yeah, no, that's my brain being done.
We're on the Profiteer.
Oh, we're on the Profiteer. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
This is technically where our Inquisitor and then our Interrogator, which is soon is going to become an Inquisitor of our own, are technically based. So,
there, from what context clues from that I know from Darius is they fucked his planet up, and I know that, especially since I got forbidden law in it, gene stealers do something to, I guess, blend in. And don't ask me how they do heretical Xenos shit, but they end up looking like mutants.
I'm gonna cock an eyebrow. Like, mutants? I'm gonna look at you.
Like people, but not. You know what? Like actual, not like psycho mutants, like actual mutants.
I'm gonna look at you. Wait, is that why he doesn't like? Is that why he doesn't like the
The
mutants?
guard isn't a fan of mutants anyway.
Context clues? I would assume so.
I can't say I'm especially fond of them either, especially when you hear what's going on in some of the other theaters. But
Oh yeah, you get.
it's
Yeah, you have the Inquisitorial Primer, or whatever, Imperial Primer, that actually tells you a little bit about them.
yeah,
We always forget that.
not that it's very reliable with the knowledge I have now, but that's a discussion for another day. Anyway, it seems like the planet got hit by a heavy cause of very angry mutant-esque things, I suppose. Never heard of these gene stealers before. Might be some new kind of mutant for all I know.
But wait. Hold on. You said these Xenos invade the planet and they look like mutants. Are you telling me they're basically body swappers?
What is a body swapper?
Yeah, like, someone takes over your body.
No,
Might be.
they just look like people and they infiltrate and they raise cults and they take over planets and it gets to brother fighting brother.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
I'm just glad none of us have a third arm.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow. What?
Mutant thing. It was an attempt at humour. But, yeah, so until Darius is ready to talk about it, don't bring it up. I don't know specifics, but I'm not an idiot, and I can read context clues sometimes. I'm an idiot most of the time, let's face it, but yeah.
Huh. No. I get it. I get it. Huh.
Now there is something that will come out tomorrow. I suspect once Darius finds out, he'll tell you anyway, but I will tell you. It just needs to wait until I've spoken to the Inquisitor first.
Wait, there's something else coming too?
This is more a pre-warning of...
What did you do?
Why do you always assume it's something I did?
Because why would you raise it otherwise?
Because we're trying to be more honest with each other, but I just need to talk to the Inquisitor about it first.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't usually agree with just everything that just says, but it does have a point. What the fuck did you do?
I mean, you warned us about an incoming shitstorm. Only one.
It's not going to
About
be a
something.
shitstorm. Well, for you guys it won't be.
See, so it won't be for me or Liliana. That means that Darius or Mordecai is left. Or
Well,
Mordecai or new suspects left. And since it's you starting over it, it's only logical to assume you have something to do with it. Otherwise, you wouldn't know it.
okay, so you know that book?
Yeah, the one that you were stupid about to take the pages out of? Yeah, what about it?
Don't tell me you stole the entire book in the end.
No.
No. That I can tell you he didn't do because, I mean, I checked the book afterwards.
So in order to, well, I can read and speak a little High Gothic.
Wow.
So to try to get more information for the Inquisitor and also increase our chances of some of the physical proof getting this far in case something terrible happened, I kept some of the pages.
Why?
Wait, hold up. You told us, you gave us the pages.
I didn't give you all the pages. That's what I mean by I kept some of them to get some information for the Inquisitor before we got here, because I was nervous about meeting them, and in case we got spotted or something, or attacked on the way, to maximize chances of at least one of us with some of it getting there. Look, I've never stolen shit before, alright?
Diana's gonna lean forward on the table, put a hand on her face, face palm position, start taking a very long drag of her glow stick.
And I was hoping,
seriously long.
I was hoping to impress you guys with have research and be able to be like, hey, I've got this information, and ride in and save the day or with the Inquisitor. I don't know.
You do realize you could have just told Diamond to research this shit so we can do it some more. So you want to keep some of these pages.
Yeah, I could have. But this is where I mean by I pick up context clues sometimes. The rest of the time I'm an idiot, okay? I don't do social well.
I'm a god. I'm never trained in social, and even I know.
Well, okay. Remember when I said before that I wasn't mad at you? I was just severely disappointed.
Are you more disappointed?
Well, what comes? I'm gonna look at you. What comes past disappointment? Tell me.
Abandonment. Like, fuck
Look,
this is useless.
It had
I'm actually gonna giggle at that, but not quite there yet. Almost. You know when you.
Look,
You know when
trust.
your pet. You know when you have your pet has a a litter and they have those tiny cute little things and you love them to death, but you know you have to give them away, but you don't want to.
Yeah. Trust me.
I think I'm getting close to giving them away.
Don't worry. Darius is gonna be doing that for you after my meeting tomorrow.
I'm gonna get up, massage my temple, take one last drag of the glow stick.
Look, I've never done anything like this before, and God is giving me such God Emperor is giving me such anxiety. I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon again.
Ezio, have a good evening, sweet dreams. Mordecai,
Same.
I'm disappointed in you, like severely disappointed.
Everyone's disappointed in me. I'm useless.
And I think you should pray to the God Emperor to help you. Because I sure should know that the curse is going to come down hard on you when Darius finds out.
Yep. I mean, he probably
Good
thinks
evening.
I told you about Gene Stealers, so that's coming anyway.
Have a good evening. I need to rest. And I need to make this a drunken memory.
Don't let the priest see you. He might think you're a heretic.
Oh no! We have you for that.
Yeah, trust you.
Bloody. He works with a psyker.
Well,
anti-psyker.
Here's the thing. She's crazy. She didn't tell him that the Emperor himself gave you those powers. I mean, that's kind of like saying that the Emperor made mutants, and you know how priests don't like that.
Look, I was always... He blesses us all so we may serve him. Some of us, he just blesses so that others have someone to hunt and kill.
Hold up. Are you what? Are you telling me that the almighty great Emperor in the sky with the glorious biceps, are you telling me that he makes mistakes or that he makes us different like mutants?
He makes no mistakes.
Oh.
That is heresy.
I need a drink and I need sleep. I need to turn this entire conversation into a drunken memory. I'm just gonna leave.
I said to Etsy, I was like, oh, before I head off, do you want to beat me senseless?
No. Just when you say you give us everything, do give us everything.
I never said I gave you everything.
Auto check, I thought you said so.
Did I? That was a genuine. I don't think I ever said that.
I think you said to that.
No, you
I
did.
gave you everything.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I actually asked you, is that everything? And you said yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna go bad. In which case, I didn't say that to you. Retcon that little bit. But yeah, I know.
I don't know if the slaves can receive messages like phones.
Oh,
Can
you're
they?
gonna
No, they
fucking
can't.
tell him before.
No,
Can
they
they?
can't. But you can.
You can't
You
just
can
go
give
to
in an
him.
addendum. No, of your report, you can give in an addendum.
I'll put it on my report afterwards. But I also want to do one other thing. I want to microbait specifically Darius. And I'm just going to say, hi Darius, Liliana here. First of all, I apologize. I am really sorry that I offended you. And I also want to just say one thing. It's not going to make any sense right now, but I'm ready to kosh.
Bring the big kosh.
Trust me, you're going to need it. I apologize in advance. I'm sorry that I asked dumb things.
I'm killing my line. I'm just get ready, get the kosh ready. I'm just going a sigh and then just killing the connection.
Mordecai.
I'm gonna go to the bar and I'm gonna get drunk before I go to sleep.
I've got to go to my room, get a bedroll, and then go down to the room with the psychic child, and then sleep like a couple rooms over.
Rooms is in a storage bay.
Oh,
You're gonna sleep.
Okay. I'm gonna sleep a little bit further, like not right next to it, but close enough that I can get to it if anything happens. Kind of deal. Like keeping watch.
Oh God, you can do that. Nothing's changed. Damn it! So I'm trying to build a map for a later encounter, and Roll20's buggered up somehow. I don't know how to fix it. But never mind. Never mind. We carry on. We pay for these things that don't work. Yeah, you can go down to the where the psychic child is being held. There's no real change. However, what you do notice is that now there's inquisitorial seals on the doors.
Oh no.
Well, at least he knows about the child.
Do you think the rogue trader was going to keep that quiet?
No, but I wasn't keeping that bit quiet. So, like, just gotta keep it away from the priest, because the priest might actually kill him.
Oh, no. Well, maybe.
Again, I think the priest mainly hates you, not the rest.
Kind of. If a psycho knows their place, then he's like, okay, no, fair enough. You're a mutant. You're here to be of use to the God Emperor. Gotcha. When you get all uppity and think that the God Emperor gave you this power, well, no, you're a mutant. The God Emperor doesn't make mutants. Don't be silly.
He made us all in his image. That would go really badly, but let's face it.
Yeah, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Ever.
The
Literally
Imperial
never said
cult
it.
is just a messed up version of Christianity, so...
It is a cult. They don't hide the fact that it's the Imperial cult. So yeah.
I know.
Best
Well,
not
that's what
to
we started off with.
antagonize the crazy religious zealots. I know
you're keeping an eye out for him as well.
You're already doing it to the Mechanicus, which are also a cult, which you seem to like poking fun at. So
don't get enemy Ministorum as well as enemy Mechanicus, because
one of those is going to kill me.
Both of them are going to kill you. Only one of them is going to burn you at the stake. The other is going to turn you into a servitor.
I know this.
A poorly lobotomized servitor.
Not a fully lobotomized. You feel everything.
I know this wasn't transmitted anywhere. Well, it wasn't streamed, but do remember the certain words of a certain 420. When we plucked someone out of a line. I'm just gonna say that.
Good you remind me, because I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know. Magnus might want a new sword or a new. Oh, I've got an acolyte. Do you want to take ownership of? What can I get?
Oh yeah,
shiny.
Oh, yeah, also, one other thing. I forgot her name again, but do know that our Inquisitor is a little bit spiteful when he doesn't like you. We know that because of a certain, servo school.
And also someone else, Jenkins. Fucking Jenkins. Bastard.
Yeah, that is me, right?
Mario.
No, this is a different Jenkins. This is a Jenkins that did not appreciate my authority.
Okay.
Leroy Jenkins.
You will respect my authority.
He did not. He angered Magnus. And then he died before I could seek judgment. It was like, you bastard. You swine. But anyway. So, you call it for the night. Meanwhile, in an office, aboard a gun cutter, many cups of recaf later.
Mordecai!
Writes down on data slate.
In all caps.
Sits back in chair, drinks Amasec, lights low stick. This will be good. The morning comes.
Here's morning.
It is morning. So, the captain of the rogue trader ship sends down one of his crewmen to give you some information. Essentially, the Inquisitor has paid for any transport that you might need. If you have to get stuff from the planet moved up, the rogue trader will basically set up a move-il service for you. He'll hire vehicles. He'll send his crew down to move your stuff. So if there is anything, of delicate nature, it's his crew. They've been paid to shut the fuck up. So you don't need to worry about them poking or prodding your gear. Or you can just help them, direct them where you want them to be moved. And yeah, that's available for you when you want to go down to the planet.
Yeah.
So you enjoy a lovely breakfast of some poached embryo of some kind. They call them eggs, but you're not quite. Some of you have had them before, some of you maybe not.
The fuck's an egg?
There's also bread chopped into what they call soldiers, but you're not quite sure it's just a slice of bread with some butter on.
Garment.
The server tells you.
To IRL, but I don't think as you would have ever seen it.
The server tells you you're meant to dunk the bread into the yolk with some salt and pepper and eat it, and it's quite delightful. The eggs are safe to be eaten this way, they tell you.
Can I scrutinize him?
You can, but he's telling the truth.
I think of all the
like
ways they're going to kill us. It's not going to be by an egg.
I've had
You
food
never
poisoning
know.
from eggs before. It was not nice.
I have a cousin who's allergic to eggs, so.
Just
Damn it.
one hot. So, little tip for anyone going to Thailand: do not eat runny eggs out there. They are not safe. You will get food poisoning. So,
You will shit yourself.
you
Won't be the only
may
thing, Ronnie.
if you can't get to that toilet quick enough, or you do what I did and just live there. Just get food and place it round a drink and live there. It's easier. So you
Hold up.
finish
No,
your lovely.
No, that image. Let me mute.
Let's probably should have watched my words then, but never mind. What said is said. It's out there now. You can't take shit back off the internet, sadly.
It's
So-
so dead for eternity.
It sadly fucking is. You finish your lovely breakfast. What would you all like to do? Is there anything to...
Inquisitor. No,
Okay.
it's the big
I would
cost.
have liked to ask.
Oh.
To just Is it just our group that's on the table, or are the
No.
other groups
It's
there
just
too?
this. No. This is your suite where you always stay on the Rogue Trader ship,
Yeah.
where it's just your bedrooms and a dining room, bathroom, stuff like that. That's just your group.
I would just mention, well, since we're now all rested, maybe all rested and we had a nice breakfast. Maybe our brains might have remembered some things that should better be shared for the entire group.
You staring daggers at Mordecai.
No, I wouldn't be that obvious. Give me your general direction.
I just have that concerned look position from the meme. Same stance.
Well, yes, while we're refreshed and well rested, it has reminded me of something. We're gonna have to get something sorted with the Ravens Court. You have to appoint someone to look over it in our stead.
Wait, what do you mean by that? When we leave the planet, you mean?
Yeah.
Think the Inquisitor would be interested in it, or would it be too low level for him?
Well, no, he's coming. We're going on a mission with him to the Agri World.
Yeah, do you think he would be interested in us selling it to him?
I mean, I think because we're his acolytes, he owns it anyway.
Yeah.
Fair point.
It's like a subsidiary or something. I don't know, I didn't really take business classes.
What's yours
Do
as
you
your
think
boss?
if we paid the Poison Kiss to look after it for us, maybe cut them in, 40-60, 40 them, 60 us? Or I mean, you're the one with the relationship with them. The rest of us are men, they hate us.
Well, that is actually technically true. In a way. But here's the thing, that's not the point. We need to leave someone we trust in charge of it, and I intend on taking Tiffany with us because I want to, like I told you before, I intend to bring her with me, and, well, I need to introduce her to the Inquisitor and stuff like that, and introduce her to, well, our way of life. But
Well, to be trusted
guess
with Dave? I mean, he did it up for us.
that is indeed true. Perhaps we should.
Well, the Dave, I should say, because it's their last name.
Technically,
the Dave's always got us their shit without much of a hassle.
but
And
here's the thing, that Dave's running our business isn't exactly right. Perhaps we should pick one of our, well, veterans that has displayed leadership and perhaps make him just look over shit and make sure shit doesn't burn down.
Leanna, do you remember what happened when we went on that walk down to the Underhive?
Yeah.
Many of them had little of any idea what the hell they were doing. Don't forget, they're still rabble to a degree.
Plus, the Daves know how to acquire stuff.
Yes, but they might
as much as I-
exploit the group. That's the problem.
I trust them more than the essentially gangers.
We could ask. God damn it! What was her out of character? I'm trying to remember the name of the barmaid. Jane. Remember? But we could technically ask Jane to watch things over. Jane is a very good friend of Tiffany, and I did save her life by buying her slave contract.
Oh yeah, she does still work for us, doesn't she?
No,
Does she not?
poison.
I thought we bought her, and then she decided to work with us.
That was one of the strippers, I think.
No.
You bought too many people in this campaign.
This is coming from the kid, or the guy who bought a kid.
Yep.
Mordecai, I liberated Jane, a high-ranking member of the Poison Kiss, from slavery, and I also liberated a girl that now works in a bar. I didn't technically buy anyone and sell them. Like, you know, I didn't purchase a kid, which is now in storage somewhere on this ship.
He's not going to Ultramar.
Well,
Precisely, Darius.
I guess, but the point still. Well, she works with the Poison Kiss. The point still remains. We're going to have to pay them for that. So we come back to my original. We should probably cut a deal with them.
I mean, we could tell them that they can keep the earnings from.
No, they're not keeping all of the earnings. They keep a portion of the earnings. Most of it gets kept in storage for us. We're gonna have to ask.
That's what I meant.
Who's the barmaid? Main barmaid?
The one that we saved, or the?
No, the one who actually works for us.
Oh, I think it's Mandy.
Right. So she's going to be the one in the primary charge, in primary care, but the Poison Kiss are going to help run. They get a portion of the profits, but the rest of them are locked away in a safe box.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
And Mandy is control the safe box.
That's completely fair. I mean, I did technically save her. And Jane, so.
So, someone get in contact with
I need to go down and pick up Tiffany. I could always get into contact with them.
Perfect. I need to sort through equipment that I can keep and transport out. However, if we're going to be called for a meeting soon.
Yeah. Possibly.
Well, before we do anything, we'll have to talk to the Inquisitor anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to talk to the interrogator just yet. She seems beautiful.
If
nice,
you want to do anything, now is your time. I gotta stop saying all the time. This is the time to go and do something. The Inquisitor hasn't actually told you, right, we're going to have a meeting at this time. He wanted your reports in, which happened last night. I know I had a bit of a joke about him staying up late and getting to it on. It's going to take him a bit longer than that to go through these reports. So, by all means, you can go down to the planet if you'd like. Unless any of you want to talk to him or are like, no, I need to know this. I want to go and see him now.
No. Technically, no. I thought we had a meeting with him. That's why I was saying about the meeting. But if we don't technically have a meeting with him, we just have to wait for him, then I will be going down.
Yeah, I thought we were meeting with him fairly soon after.
Yeah. Nothing they need to get done immediately, so. The only things I need to talk to him about are just about the next assignment and.
Well, in that case, since for some reason Darius thought he would call on us today, you should know that I did this with the best of intentions, but
goes into concerned mode again. Starts looking at Darius. Looks for the gosh.
I pull out the stack of papers. Now, it was to maximize the chances of them getting here, of some of them getting here. And I read and write a little high Gothic, so I was trying to impress our Inquisitor for us by trying to get more information out of them.
Can I roll scrutiny?
I mean, being honest, not being deceitful.
You may if you wish, but he has told you.
Hand and head just rubbing the temples.
This is why I wanted you in the Inquisitor meeting, because I felt you should know. Well, everyone needs to know, but...
I'm reaching out, grabbing the papers, and right.
You can...
Mordecai,
I'm not... I've already been over this with the guy. I'm not... This whole situation of stealing shit, it's not for me. It's not gonna happen again.
I'm going to be actually giggling as he clearly.
Yeah, no, All right. I'm just pointing at Mordecai. You're coming with me. We're going down to the world and we're getting shit sorted, okay? I look at Jim and
go with you,
Jim.
but...
I'm looking at Liliana and Ezio. Get yourself sorted out. Ezio, help Liliana look for what was her name?
You mean Jane and Mandy? Jane is fine. Mandy worked for us.
No, the woman in the hive you're looking for.
Carrie.
Cassie? Oh.
Cassie. I did get it right. Awesome.
Find her, or talk to Dave, get a safe sorted out, get some of the little bits in between sorted out. Okay, we'll have to talk to the poison fish.
You don't technically have to worry about Cassie. She's already put my feelers out. If Tiffany finds anything else, she was going to tell me. And it's a single person in the Underhive. The thing is, we'd have to go down there and look at things, because I don't think we even checked on everybody down there afterwards. It was lucky that we found Lucky Dave, but
wasn't that in the lower hive, not the Underhive?
Sorry, I mixed those two up.
Anyway, alright then. Tiffany's helping you with that. Get in contact with Dave, get a safe sorted out, and get a meet between the Poison Kiss and us as soon as possible. You're the one they like the most, so if you can get at least an envoy over to the Raven's Court, that'll be great.
Yeah, technically, I'm already doing it, so.
Alright. Let's go get some stuff then.
Okay.
That went better than I expected. He didn't hit me with a kosh.
Not yet.
Not yet. So, you were all heading down to the planet. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. You will notice that the rogue trader has made available one of his personal shuttles. This is a sleeker sports variant. It is much quicker than your gun cutter, but it is much smaller. You know, you don't have rooms to go and sit in. You do have lush chairs, ample room, but you know, it's not an entire room to yourself. You just got lots of leg space. It's a lot quicker. He also has paid to get into a private guild shuttle bay, which has got a little bit closer, cutting down your time. You were able to get onto planet and back to the Raven Court in 4 hours.
Brilliant.
Damn.
So from the Raven Court, you wanted to set up a meeting with the Poison Kiss. You can do that through Tiffany. She says that they can do a Vox meetup whenever you want. If you want to do it in person, it may take a day.
Right.
It depends how long we have. If we have time, I'll do it in person because it's more polite. If we don't, I'll just block it.
Is how much stuff do you want to get done?
I mean, we have a couple of days before we're supposed to leave world anyway, or leave in orbit and everything.
So the Emperor's Profiteer leaves in 4 days.
Yeah, we leave in 5.
And you leave in 5 on the... Well, that was yesterday. Technically,
Yeah.
that was yesterday. You've slept. So your time is limited.
We should also go, all of us, to Mandy and promote her to manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
actually,
you can do that. That's kind of minutia. That's just promoting an NPC.
Yeah.
I think it's best to first deal with the Ravenclaw.
The who?
Ocean. The Raven Court.
Yeah, that's Mandy.
That's what I'm saying. Promote Mandy first, and we can talk some more with the Poison Kiss.
Sure. You could do that. That is, of course, doable by the group.
Okay.
So you promote Mandy. She is now the club manager. She will take care of all the day-to-day runnings of the club. And you want her to be in charge of your gang.
Well, technically, she just has to make sure that the gang doesn't do anything
I'd say
out of
put her in
character.
charge of the gang.
Sure. Okay.
yeah, she's supposed to keep things in order. Basically, make sure everything is going the same way it's been for the past couple of days.
You guys have access to the Raven Court's character sheet. If you'd like to write in there, Mandy manager, and bar and gang head. I don't know, gang leader. Yeah, no, sure, that's fine. If there's just a little note in there for future reference, then you can do all that. That's fine. She basically she's seen how you guys run your gang. It's basically the same as what the Poison Kiss do, just without the bias to one gender or another.
Yeah.
Who's messing on the Ravenclaw? Let's just do it on NPCs. We just go to NPCs, add Mandy, type Ravenclaw manager.
Background.
There you go. Oi! That's mean. She's a barmaid.
That's you? Okay. Barmaid man. There you go.
And what do you want to do with the Poison Kiss? A Vox meet, a Vox conversation, or a meetup?
Just to make sure we're all in agreement, we're giving them what, 50-50? To watch over? Are we giving them 60-40 odds?
I think
I'd say be generous because they're doing something that they don't have to do it. But if we can negotiate 50-50, you should be fine.
it's more a case of they're getting a little bit of income from this place, just to make sure nothing steps out of line or anything else. So they don't really have to do much, especially with the other guards, if the other skirmishers and everything are already there anyway. So honestly, 70-30 to us, or 70 to us, 30 to them, at most, I think 60-40.
Okay. What is the average we make every day again on the?
Shit, we still need to roll for a couple of weeks, I think, or not.
Oh yeah, I think we have them start in a week or two.
Actually, let's not do that. Let's just say 70-30 then.
I think I put on the character sheet when the last roll was done or when it was started. You guys do need to keep track of when, date-wise, things are going through. I think I added something on there. I do remember adding something onto the character sheet, like the date when it all started or something along those lines.
No, there it is on our. It's our player. Player sheet.
No, and I think Albie actually listed each roll, how much it made, and a total. So I was able to figure out when the start was. Yeah, I think it's under gear.
Under gear, that's up there. Profits earned.
I don't have a date added though, sadly.
No, there is a date. It's notes. 35, 988, M41. Or is that the actual date?
If there's a date in there, then that's the date when you first got the Raven Court.
That's the date.
So you should be able to work out from there how many times you need to roll, because we're not using a date month system. It's just a number system, so it should be fairly easy.
7 days a week or 10 days a week? Is it 7 days a week?
I
believe we said we're going to stick with 7 to make it easier. Unlike fantasy,
we've done 5. That's 35 days. We're definitely. What's the current date? Is 111.
Yeah. The current date is 114.
Let me get out my calculator.
I just need to update that, because sometimes days go so quickly. I'm like, okay, so they passed one day and then they pass another day. Just in traveling, it's like, okay, I don't update as often as I should. But yeah, it's 114 988 M41.
$42 divided by 7. 6
weeks.
6 weeks.
Can I roll? Or
Yeah.
someone else want to roll?
Alright, 6. Jim's AFK at the moment, so I roll 2, you roll 2, Mordecai rolls 2. There you go. Okay, you can go first. Roll damage twice.
Do you have 6 left to roll? Or
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So add 619 872.
I forgot what we called that.
Invisible hand of the free market. Oh yeah, that got removed anyway, so good point. Wait, what are you doing? Oh,
I'm removing the group inventory, so we don't have profit earns. Group inventory profit earns, because keep your books tidy.
No. You can, if you hit modify, you can move it. You see, that's what I was doing. So, I'll roll damage twice one. Uh, 559 915. And Mordecai, roll damage twice.
Damage the economy.
It was originally damage to the economy, and then it became a visible hand of the free market.
Oh, look
my
at that.
God.
777.
No way!
Scorn blesses us.
On the
Scorn
that's Nurgle on literally the last week.
Kung Fu strikes even in the 41st millennium.
Literally the last week. Are you serious?
The blood froth will be coming to this world, it seems.
There's even a 77 in it.
So many 7s, something bad must happen.
Oh no! The Inquisitor even said there was something to do with the number 7. God damn it!
He did. So, you
There's
want
a 77
to...
in the last one you rolled too, you prick!
1,333 throws.
You want to sort out a meeting with the Poison Kiss. Again, did you want to do that in person or in Vox? In Vox, you could do it today. In person, it's going to take a day to sort out.
I think in person might be best.
Okay, Tiffany will pass on the note.
Do
you
should keep the Raven Course Profits.
If you want, you can put it.
Adding them up.
If you want, you can put it into like very important. We need to meet in person to see if you could speed it up. But then you do need to have something very important to discuss with her. You know.
Well, it's going to be about money. So.
Sure. Okay.
In those
Tiffany.
6 weeks, we made 4,333 thrones.
I was putting in a last roll date and you moved the tab.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's alright. It's 111, isn't it?
114.
Yeah, 114. Oh shit. I updated the diary. I updated everything. I added what you'd done, blah blah blah, the date, and then I didn't change the actual date on the. Sorry about that, guys. Here you go. 114. Save now.
Geddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at my purged roll. If you like the number 77.
I don't want to.
I counted 4, maybe 5.
Oh god! All right, back to you.
So, was there anything else you wanted to do with this day? Otherwise, you've sent the message off. A day will pass.
I'll
Get
send a message
equipment
down
ready
to
and
Amy,
back.
but other than that, just checking she got the thing.
Sure. So you can unload all of your equipment into the vehicles that have come. You can use the Rogue Traders crew to help you load any equipment that's too heavy or too big. If you want to send a message to Amy, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to check how everything's going down there. Make sure she got my gift. Make sure she's okay.
How you do, boo?
How you do, boo? Let her know we're going to be gone for a little while, but we'll be back.
Sure. She basically tells you that that the flamer was very nice, but she doesn't use a flamer.
You sent her a flamer?
Well, he left a flamer on her doorstep, didn't he?
Yeah, with 5, because it had one in it, tanks full of Promethium.
Well, one of them's not full now, is it, Mordecai? One of them has a shot that has the souls of many innocents on its shoulders.
We don't mention that.
She tells you it was a very sweet gift, but she doesn't use a flamer, so she will hold on to it until you can pick it up. And she's very. She tells you that she'll hold on to it until you get back. After you tell her that you're leaving.
Yeah. Well, if anyone needs to use it in the meantime, it was a gift.
How dare you say "ow"? No, she says she'll hold on to it until you get back.
It was a gift. You don't need to give it back.
She says you've given her too many gifts already, so you can have it when you get back. You'll have to come down and get it, because she obviously can't leave because mutant feathers and all that.
Oh yeah, no, that I will make sure to come visit it when we
come visit it. Yes, I'll come visit it.
No, come visit. Not visit it. It was clearly come visit, not visit it.
I love that.
No.
No, I won't. Okay, sure. You'll come visit. Sure.
Real quick, are we leaving some of the money with the Raven Court, or are we just splitting the latest earnings amongst ourselves?
Oh, amongst yourselves? Oh no, my dear friend. This is the Inquisition's property.
Oh yeah, good point.
We're putting that money on the global fund to pay the Inquisition.
Essentially, you can have the place stocked before you leave, and then once you guys leave, the profits will be kept in the bar until you get back. and they'll just take out what they need for expenditures, basically.
All right. So, totally
avoiding a question.
What?
Yeah.
Did we fill in what kind of equipment we have for our bar?
We have.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, we had everything. Yeah.
I believe you got everything to the second tier or third tier. You didn't take it to max. I don't think you took it to max.
We got everything good.
Yeah.
We tried to play to best essential.
Yeah.
The bottom line.
Yeah, everything can go to best, but you went to good. So yeah, the bar can run itself basically. That shouldn't be a problem. So another night goes by. I would imagine you've pretty much loaded up everything from this base that you would want to take. So the night passes, morning comes, and as you're all sat around eating breakfast, there's a call on the Vox. When one of you answers it, you get informed by a member of the Poison Kiss that Ceres will meet you at 12 a.m. No, p.m. p.m.
Dumb question. But did we agree where we were meeting? If it was there, or if it was here?
At the Raven
I think
Court.
it was there.
At the Raven Court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, amazingly, she comes from the top down, so the Raven Court's actually closer for her. It's like if you had to go to the.
That's right.
That is indeed right.
She's like, well, I could go past and go all the way down, or I could just stop at yours. Yeah, so 12 lunchtime, basically.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, make everything look presentable, yada yada yada. Do your usual shit. I'm making sure Mordecai hasn't fucked anything else up.
Wow.
You can pray to the God Emperor. Just pray really, really hard to the God Emperor. And he might give a shit. Probably won't, but might. You never know.
And let's get ready for Mordecai. So
Lunchtime rolls around.
let's keep him in a separate.
Did we get a safe or anything sorted with Steve?
I don't think so. Still need
Sorted with Dave? No.
No.
I mean, technically, you have to go talk to the Daves, but what were we talking to the Daves again?
To get a proper safe set up so the money is actually stayed secure.
Oh yeah, there's something minute like that. Sure, you can do.
Yeah.
It costs you 500 thrones, and you can get a quality safe.
Yeah. They can. To be fair, you take that from the. There's plenty there.
Yeah, you can take that out of the funds for the place. That's not a problem. So lunchtime rolls along, and Ceres appears with 2 new heavies. She appears to be training up, as she does give them a few orders as she, turns up at the club. Basically tells them to make themselves scarce, keep an eye on the place, while she goes up and talks to you. Tiffany and her have a moment, our old friends, blah blah blah, before sitting down at the table as the servitor brings over a cup of recaf to go over business. So what was so urgent?
Wait, did you guys say it was urgent to her?
Yes.
Yeah. This is about a little bit of extra income for you, perhaps for your group or anything else, but a little bit extra income for us, a little extra security a little extra income for you, a little extra security for us.
Oh, okay. Well, not as urgent as I thought, but
It's not. It may not be urgent for you. We're on a bit of a deadline.
What exactly did you want me to do?
Well, we're going to be out of commission for a little while. Doing a couple of favors for an old friend. And we would like to make sure that the place is kept up to snuff. Doesn't get attacked, doesn't get any acid riot dickheads, leftovers or whatever, trying to take back whatever they want. Don't want people shanghaied into the service or anything from the founding or whatever. You know.
So I'm sorry, you want me to take over your turf?
Not quite.
You want me to look in on it?
Yeah. Assist our little group if they need anything. Make sure no one gets too big for their boots, anything like that. In recompense for doing that, we're offering at least 30% of what we make. The rest of it gets put in the safe for revenue.
Right. So, just to let you know, I rolled scrutiny for her about you guys going off to help an old friend. She rolled a 77. She failed.
Fuck's sake!
But I just thought I would bring that up. She's going to roll. She's now going to roll for commerce because 30% is a little low. She wants 40. She gets a 68.
A couple of hundreds of drones
So
every week.
she gets 1 degree of success, I believe. No, she gets 2. She gets 1 for succeeding, and 1 for. She gets 1 for the 10 and 1 for the thingy. Yeah.
60,
Yeah, I don't have commerce.
You may roll it with a. Well, any of you may roll it with a minus. You're sat at the table, you know. Any of you can jump in at the negotiating point.
This is where I'm worried that I actually have the highest fellowship.
Isn't commerce in?
If the
It's
fellowship is in,
fellowship.
In
I'll
fellowship,
roll it. I have commerce.
you have commerce? Oh, right, okay.
I do. I picked it up last time we actually needed it and didn't have it. You know what? I have.
It can be done on int or fellowship.
I'm gonna spend one of the fate points that I just got back, and then to use it, and pray to the Almighty Emperor in the sky. That's gonna be a failure. It's not as bad, so I say we give her the 10%.
She's happy with 40%. I'll give it to you. How she's gone in negotiating is not particularly hard. I'll give Liliana, because you've got the skill. You would know, Liliana, that normally negotiating doesn't quite go like this. That she seems to be playing very soft with you guys. But she gets her 40%.
It's an easy job.
Honestly, I feel that 40% is a good thing for her. Because even though it may sound easy, what if shit hits the fan and she actually has to step in and manage shit? So I'd say 40% is, good for her.
Because, I mean, for one, you told her you're not going to be around. She could just take over this territory. Realistically, it's only because you have done good things for her in the past that she's like, well, let them set up a gang, let them have a bit of a small cut of the hive. And now you're telling her that you're going to go off and do other jobs for other people. She's like, well, I may have to get people killed over this. So, but yeah, you do get the feeling that she could have tried for hire, but didn't, because it was not a hostile negotiation. So sure, she agrees that for 40%, she will send people round every now and then to check on the gang. And she'll give Mandy any assistance. Like, basically, she says Mandy's got a direct vox to the Poison Kiss, that if the gang do get out of line, she can bring in muscle to get them back in line.
Good.
Oh, if you think about it, we just literally gave a very strong position to her.
Oh yeah, no. But,
This is basically, if she was evil in any way, we'd be screwed.
So, out of character, my previous offer still stands to her. She fucks with us again, I'm putting a bullet in her head. So.
Said that?
Yes. I said that before. So that's what Darius is still thinking in his head. He's not saying that directly because negotiations went fine.
I mean, I
Also,
think out of...
Darius, consider this. If we want, we could just roll in and take them out.
I mean, we could, but that's a massive problem, especially for me, so I don't want to do that. And I have the best relationship with her, so...
Yeah.
With them. No. Let's try not to do that.
Anyway, the issue source.
The deal is done.
Right.
I imagine she sits and has a few drinks for a while to make it, she came all this way. Has a chat with Tiffany for a while. Are you going to tell Sarahs that you're taking Tiffany off into space?
That's not up to me.
I would have. I didn't. I told Tiffany that she was to pack her bag because I was going to show her the stars.
So Tiffany knows.
Tiffany knows.
Okay, so she basically tells Sarahs then. It's just how it is. They'd be chatting, they'd be talking. She's excited. They can tell. Women can tell these things apparently. So, so it gets to about 2 o'clock when Sarahs leaves, saying goodbye to you all. Some of you more dearly than others, and makes her way. You have about a day and a half now until the rogue trader ship leaves. Your loot is loaded up. Messages have been sent. Is there anything else you want to do before you have to go?
I'm just making sure all my things are on the right ship, I suppose. And I don't. I can't think of it. Shit.
So
What
then,
about the rest of you? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
And the rest of you need to get done?
Not really.
No. I'm just trying not to steal more shit.
So then, you load up your gear. It's all in the moving trucks. You maybe have one last glass of Amasec as you look round your bar, the place that you acquired for yourselves. Watching the strippers slide down the greasy poles and the hive scum drinking their drinks, you look to yourselves proudly, raising a glass and having a drink. Before, maybe as a little new custom, smashing the glasses on the floor and leaving. Maybe not, hey. You get in the vehicles and head to the transport ship, where you'll see that there is a larger, still sleek in design, ship where your cargo. It's not a cargo flyer. It's got more room than your current vessel. All your gear gets loaded into that. You will get loaded into the sleek transport and get taken up to the rogue trader's ship. So within 4 hours, you are back aboard. So it is now 6 p.m. in the evening. If you'd like, you can go to your quarters and enjoy another meal as you unpack your gear, or pack your gear into your gun cutter, which is Well, I think no, it is docked in the same dock at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to put it in the gun cutter because we're not going to be staying long in the up there, are we?
No.
I think the first thing I would do is take Tiffany to the officers' lounge to show her the stars in a very nice place.
Sure. Okay. So as the rest of the group begin unloading their equipment into the gun cutter, Lysiara takes Tiffany off to the officer's deck. By all means, you can do that. You can essentially treat her to, a 5-course meal, sat down in the officer's observatory deck. Anything you ask the Rogue Trader's staff, his crew, they basically do for you, no matter what you ask for. If you're like, oh, can I just get a little table set up there with, can we have dinner here, drinks? They're just like, yes, of course, you're honoured guests. And I'll let you role play that out as you wish.
Oh boy. A lot of shit cut out for me, and then I heard role play out as you wish.
Oh, what? Sorry, where did it cut out for you?
Get a table.
Okay, you can basically turn around to the Rogue Trader's crew and say, I'd like a table there, and they'll bring you a table and set everything up for you. You're honoured guests aboard the crew as far as what they've been told.
Okay.
So yeah, it's entirely up to you how you want to role play it.
I think I'm gonna do soft low, so I'm just gonna let her enjoy the thing, and I'm gonna start telling a few things to her about I don't think I talked this through with the Inquisitor yet, so I'm not gonna tell her anything yet. I'm just gonna tell her that the people that I technically am currently tied to are in this ship, and tiny little things. I'm not telling her other stuff than that, and she's probably seeing that. I mean, we're honored guests in this ship, so something's up.
Don't forget,
Yeah.
she knows, or she believes that you're nobility.
Yeah.
This is more finery than she's ever seen. Like when she sits down on the seat, she's just like getting back up. Like, what is this? This is what the nobility. No wonder nobility sit on chairs like this, and just like if you've ever gone to somewhere that does like fine a la carte dining, and they're serving you, and you're just sat there in a chair, like, oh my god, what the fuck? What? You're bringing me tiny bits of bread, and you're filling my glass for me, and this is all very. She's like that, only times like maybe 100 or so, coming from the underhive, the low hive, to this. Do you tell her that you're Inquisition?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because I need, even though out of character I already purchased her as a contact, and now she's with us. I haven't told the Inquisitor. Actually, I have told the Inquisitor about her in my report, but I haven't asked permission from the Inquisitor yet. Which I need to.
Sure. Okay. Not a problem. Is there anything else you want to role play with her on your date, or do you just want to have a lovely screen goes to black?
Screen goes black. I don't want to bog down the entire stream talking about a fuck ton of things that I have to talk to her about just yet.
Sure. Not a problem. Not a problem. The screen goes to black as you are essentially sitting in the officer's observatory deck and bar, where a table has been laid out and drinks are being served. So, for the rest of you, breaking your backs, moving stuff, and huffing cargo crates about.
Oh no! I'm getting Mordecai to do it.
You're what?
And
You're doing
yes.
only Mordecai.
Oh yeah, no, that's the punishment. No servitors.
Sweats like a boy.
You're hefting this equipment. This is what we do in the guard.
You
Wait until
guys
fight
are
out the next round.
you guys are treated to another fine meal as Mordecai seems particularly ravenous this evening after working up such a sweat moving all the gear about.
Guess what, boy? You only eat bread and water.
But yet again,
No, even the guard's not that cruel. At least mine's not.
yet again, the screen fades to black as you enjoy a nice evening after moving all of your stuff. Mordecai, if you'd like, you can have a relaxing shower or bath, or both. And the next morning comes. We are now on the 16th. However, with this morning's breakfast, which apparently is something called an Gringlish muffin, something very odd from another world that the rogue trader has visited. Slightly bready, buttery. Anyway, so you are given a you are the Grissom. You are given a data slate by the waiter who brings your breakfast, and as you're chewing down on your grissom or whatever I called it, you see that it's from the Inquisitor, and he would like all of you to come to his gun cutter at lunchtime, as he would like to discuss your mission and your reports.
Excellent.
Take a deep breath. Look at Mordecai. Shake my head.
I didn't leave that out of my report.
Shake my head.
Never gonna live this one down, am I?
Nope. We're all in agreement.
So, after your breakfast, and probably Liliana informing Tiffany that she'll have to go for a meeting with her boss. Tiffany's quite happy, by the way, just spending most of the day in this ginormous bed that's got coverings that feel like nothing that she's ever felt before. She's quite happy. Time moves on, and you're now all walking towards the matte black painted gun cutter of the Inquisitors. Again, you can see that there's a youngish woman who is currently sat on the gantry ramp, just watching the servitors moving things around and doing things with ships, basic maintenance and things of that nature.
I give her a nod again as I'll head in first. I'm squad leader apparently, so I'll go first.
Sure. You make your way to the Inquisitor's door, and you can see that the servo skull is sat outside. Once it sees you coming down the hallway, the door opens and the servo skull goes in. The door does not close, however. As you approach the door, you can see the Inquisitor sit down at his desk. As he sees you all, he waves you in.
Alright.
What was your question, Jim?
No. I was just going to say, I thought we're supposed to go all in at the same time, so I was going to say, we're technically a team and we're going all in, even though you're quotation marks the leader.
Yeah, quotation marks. I'm going in first because it's like, oh yeah. Alright, so from what I remember back in the guard, it's lead by example. So I'll walk in first, and then expecting them to follow me.
Sure. Before I do enter, I would have my feet on the ground 3 times, and then I'll go in.
I'll follow in. Yeah.
I follow in and give a salute.
That's my acolytes. Please take a seat. If you would require refreshment, my servant here will assist you. But please, there's no need to salute me. You are not in the guard anymore. But I know it is a reaction that is hard to break. You can see the Inquisitor has bags under his eyes, as if he has not had much sleep. There are many recaf cups all over his table, and many data slates, more than what Darius saw the last time he was here.
Don't know if
I mean,
it's a good sign or a bad sign. Yes.
Take into account who Liliana was, not Liliana, Latilla was. He probably also has silver on his table, doesn't he?
Yes. There's also a brand of glow stick pack that you've never seen before, but it has the like a handmade Holy Aquila on it. You're like, huh? Haven't seen that particular brand. Something very sanctified about them, but you're not quite sure.
Ah, yes. I know.
I know what they are. I've heard the story.
Which one?
Oh.
For those of you who are new to Magnus's office aboard his gun cutter, there are many trophies and things of his illustrious career. The power armor probably wouldn't be in here, but there's a very nice power sword and a very nice suppression shield with the symbol of the Holy Ordo on there, and all manners of nice things. There's a cigar that's been kept in a stasis shielding.
Oh yeah, that's what I know of too.
The Inquisitor sits for a moment as Felicia gets your drinks for you. If you ask, he does request. This time he has a Jolique with shaved ice and a twist of citrus, and it is brought to him. Now, about your current mission, I believe you have acquired a property. Good investment. I do see you acquired it through means that I approve of, shall we say. There's a coy smile as he looks down at the data slate he is holding. Unfortunately, that is now Inquisitorial property. I hope you understand all revenue made from it is also for the Ordo. But I will... The Ordo does pay. You will not be out of pocket, but it will sting saying goodbye to your hard-earned capital. But trust me, it is going to good use. However, this gang that you seem to have made for yourselves, I will leave it up to your discretion how you use them. If you wish to bring them along, then they will have to be tested. And they may get broken through that testing. You should be aware of that. But I will not discourage it. If you can build yourselves a strong team that you can rely on, it means I can rely on you all the more. There are a number of things in your reports that show initiative. You went above and beyond your mission, which pleases me greatly. I'll tell you now that not all of the teams that I have put together have achieved such things as you have. You should take pride in that. However, there are a number of issues that I have noticed here. Namely, the number one being that Mordecai, your reports don't line up exactly with the others. Why exactly have you left information out?
Check your thing. Check your message.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold up.
Oh no!
There you go. I don't know where your soundbite's from.
The soundbite?
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's from Knuckles, man.
I know it's from
Gun
the Knuckles, but it was from the actual soundbite it originally came from. It was like the TV show from Sonic.
So, Mordecai, why is it that Liliana here has reported a massive psychic event that happened in your proximity? But you have left that out.
I did not mean to leave it entirely out. I did mean to put it in, my lord. Just after the event.
And this mass psychonic event, that worries me.
It worries me too. As Liliana can attest, it caused me a great deal of pain on
Mordecai. That is not the point. Do not leave information out in the future. It helps me as an Inquisitor to gauge how far my followers have fallen, if they must be taken off the front lines. All of your reports should always line up. And this Psychona event.
That was it. I was going to tell you about it.
Having known that, I personally would have taken you off the front line, given you time to recover, perhaps had you see a confessor over the matter. Also, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but those kind of events weaken the veil. They make it so warp entities can influence others, weaker minds than ours.
I was not aware of that particular danger.
No, it's something that is restricted.
I can understand why. That is not the sort of information you want in the hands of the weaker of wills.
So, your mission. You were to make 250,000 thrones, I believe, each. How did you fare with your enterprise and other works that you had going on world? Do you all kind of look down and like,
Lillian is just gonna look to the ground and take a deep sigh. So far, sir, I personally only have about 5% of the required amount.
I'm at about 10%.
I can see the rogue trader had not informed you. That's quite good-humored of him. I did notice that you had acquired for yourselves a gun cutter. That did not stray from my sight. That is a particularly valuable piece of equipment. Although it is a civilian model from what I've seen, or from what he's repaired it to. But he also used Inquisitorial privilege to acquire his salvage. That is worth far more than the cost of a gun cutter, I can assure you. He credited my account with him for 6 million thrones. About 5% of the total value of the salvage that he claims he acquired.
I'm gonna take a very deep sigh.
It seems
boy.
your work with him in the asteroid field with the green skins had paid off a little bit more than he had originally let on.
Alright then. I'm glad I kept the command button then.
Glad we could be of such service.
I'm gonna take a deep sigh. Like I'm gonna look at theirs. I'm glad we didn't die that day.
I'm glad I took a trophy from one of them.
So I will inform you, because I think out of the groups, you do deserve it. The reason you were placed on such a simple mission is so that we can go clandestine. You have created a vast number of thrones that we are able to utilize in keeping our movements hidden from our enemies. Now, at the moment, I will relieve your minds that my enemies are few and... well, they're few and far enough away from this segmentum that we shouldn't be running into them anytime soon. At least I hope not. Anyway, our next mission will take us away from here. Your reports have pointed out a few things that, well, they require further investigation. This device in the Underhive, for example. I cannot allow that to go unscrutinized, shall we say. But for the moment, I do not have time to invest. That is why I'm going to leave Ulftane, one of my personal retinue, to remain on world. He has been informed of the device, but he has not been told to interfere, just to keep an eye on comings and goings. However, we will return. I do need to find out for myself just exactly what these, what the device is and what these psychic individuals are doing down there. On the second note of psychic individuals, I was informed by the rogue trader that you had acquired a psychically gifted child. And I've read in your reports that he seems to be unusual. I see he was able to learn techniques rather quickly. I intend for him to be sent to the planet of Ultramar. There he can join the Astra Telepathica, or he can be tested by them at the very least. If it seems safe enough to transport him there, calling out a black ship at the moment seems wasteful. From what some of your reports have said of those inside that dome, they would not be suitable candidates.
That is correct.
That is correct, sir.
Only he was displayed any real aptitude for which may be put to the glory of the God Emperor.
Yes, the glory of the God Emperor indeed.
Out of character, do we know that the ones that are 100% subpar just get fed?
No, don't think.
No,
that's
you're not
wide
aware.
knowledge. That's like super not wide knowledge.
You're not aware, and even those who end up getting fed to the flame don't get told that they're getting fed to the flame. You know, they get told of all the ritual and pomp and ceremony that they are going to the God Emperor, that they will be judged by him. And they go in a long procession, and each one of them goes behind a cape, and then there's a
I mean,
and the next one goes in.
They essentially just get plugged in.
Excuse me.
They essentially get plugged into the Astronomicon.
Well, they get burnt to a crisp and then hoovered up in the Roomba. And then the next one comes in.
Again, scares away the space wolves.
So,
The one thing them and the Thousand Suns hate together.
I will be mentioning in my report that you were able to acquire a psyker of, well, this child's level. There will be a bounty that I will have transferred to you all. On the note of equipment, do not expect anything special from me. As I've said, I am not exactly in the good books of the Inquisition at the moment. Even I could do with increasing my influence there. So unfortunately, you cannot use my name to acquire the glorious items that you have dreamed of. But where it is possible, I will stretch my neck out. Mission critical, for example, I will do what I can. Other times, you may have to fend for yourselves. You may do this as you wish, on each world that we visit. But you will do it with your own funds. I will not pay for you to get something shiny whilst I go without. Again, a smile appears on his face as he drinks his amasec. Is there anything that you would want to ask me at this point?
I took some pics of the the fuck's it called? The dome. I would like to research these if possible, due to their stabilizing effect they seemed to have on the veil, but also I would like them to go to our brothers and sisters in the Mechanicus, the Mechanicus members of your acolytes. Their words are difficult. As an apology. I did not mean to offend them, but I hope that this makes up in some small way.
In all fairness, I don't exactly want this going into the hands of my acolytes, who I have just inducted. Apologies there, but they will have their own tasks to work on. These runes, however, they are of interest to me, and I'm sure they'll be interest to my Auto Master. But these appear to be something, whilst known to the Inquisition, are also prescribed. You see, Mordecai, some of these runes, whilst not connected to darker powers, the ignorant within the Inquisition did prescribe a long time ago. So I would definitely appreciate it if this did not fall into the hands of anyone.
Of course, my lord.
However, you may research it at your leisure. That's when you're not doing inquisitorial work, that is.
Do you have any databases which may assist me in this that I may be able to have access to? As you say, they are prescribed knowledge, so I don't think I would be likely to find it outside.
I will give you permission. However, you should know that the knowledge you'll find there may corrupt your soul, not just your mind.
I will steal my soul and mind and body against whatever insights.
Now, Mordecai, you have made requests of me, of my acolytes, to acquire knowledge before, and I have denied most of them. I wanted to get a judge of you, and you were very eager to take the knowledge, yet you've already displayed that you were willing to keep things from me. Mordecai, if you make a fool of me, if you betray me, I will destroy you. And I will destroy everything that you are connected to. Your family, your friends. And remember, I have the power to destroy your world. If I think that perhaps you were tainted there.
I understand. And I will happily subscribe and volunteer to any and all procedures you deem fit to judge my willingness to serve and my honesty with you.
Well, remember what you said today, and remember what I answered with. I'll give you access to this knowledge that you wish to acquire. Do not let yourself and your fellows down, because that will definitely mean you failed my ass.
That is the last thing I want to do. They are my friends, and we've saved each other's lives. And I just look at Darius and kind of lock eyes with him several times already.
Now, the Skolum. Something else that you have found upon yourselves. It's interesting that you found this place. Whilst at first it seems to cover all the criteria for a sponsored Skolam. However, I had my savant look into it. Now, as I believe I've said to some of you before, she is on Ultramar, and there is limited information she can get from her current position. But what she was able to find out is there is definitely an issue with the numbers going in and the numbers coming out. So I believe it does deserve further investigation. But again, I have to pause your investigation as mine take precedence. When we return, we will look into this on a more official level. But for now, if there's any information that you wish to acquire, you may have it sent to, well, that is going to be a problem. I'll have the rogue trader install a cognate bank within your gun cutter. From there, I'll have my tech priest alter it and give it encryption codes. Make it nice and safe. And then you can have any relevant data that you would require access to uploaded to it. But I do need you to keep in mind a destruct device will also be attached to it. One of you will need to have access to the code. It'll have a microbead detonator. Should your ship fall under enemy control, fall under enemy hands, then you will need to detonate it.
Darius should have that code.
I actually believe Ezio already had a backup on it, just in case such a thing happened. So.
If I remember correctly, he indeed did. And although I'm scared shitless by him, he is right.
So, I think having a more secure backup would not be a bad idea.
Sorry,
And if
someone was talking to me, what did I miss?
we have a data
Liliana is scared shitless.
yeah.
There's a cognate bank being put in the ship that's getting inquisitorial encryption, etc., etc. And should the ship fall into enemy hands, we're supposed to blow it up.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
Well,
and
I guess I know what I will do with my limpet mines.
There you go.
See, that's why I'm scared shitless of you.
But the reason I suggest, I know Ezio has plans.
Ooh, I
that
have
as
3
well.
limpet mines.
But the reason I suggest Darius is the same reason as the page. I split the pages up. It gives us a redundancy, and redundancy.
Yes. Yes. That's another good point. Now that we've entered into the Skolam territory. Mordecai, if you ever do anything so stupid again, I will put you over the God Emperor's knee and show you why you need brains to be in the Inquisition. What, by the Emperor's good graces, made you think that after a successful infiltration, you should rip pages, making it obvious that someone has come into debate? What, please take me through that mindset of yours.
I didn't have a picked device.
Well, then that answers everything. That's the perfect reason to go ripping pages out of.
There are several reasons, but
you'll never make you'll never make interrogator if you do shit like that. I've read the reports. I don't actually need to hear your answer. This is a aberration, Mordecai. Yet another one on your behalf. It's please don't make it a habit. It's been some time and I've had a lot to go through. Do not damage anything when on an infiltration mission. I hope you learn from this lesson. Fortunately, from now on, I will be paying closer attention to you on your next couple of missions, so if you do feel this urge, do by all means call me if you can. If not, just think for now, what would the God Emperor do? And try and install the wisdom that he has into your brain cells so that you don't do something stupid again.
My compatriots have already enlightened me to the errors of my ways, but
Good.
I will
Now an
do as you
Inquisitor is
ask.
doing it too.
I will do as you ask and hope beyond hopes that the God Emperor deems to bestow me even a fraction of his wisdom. I will not make such a mistake again. I'm not one for making mistakes twice.
Neither am I at that point, although I have done a few times in my life. Look, your team has done well. For your operations, he looks at the team and then he kind of goes back and looks at Mordecai and, your team has done well. You did achieve your goal even if you didn't realize it. You can't be blamed for that. To understand the wealth in scrap is a difficult one. But at any rate, there is going to be a feast tonight, as this will be the last night that we are aboard. All of my acolytes will be there, as well as some choice members of the crew. I believe the ship's tailor is already running a fuss trying to get everyone sorted. But apparently you are all fixed for the evening, so if there was anything else you wanted to ask me, by all means, now would be the time.
Sir, about that, I did put it in my report, but I've brought Tiffany out here. I want to know if I have your blessing to start with her.
On the journey, I will have to test her. You can inform her this will not be pleasant. Yes, psychically and physically. I will be asking her questions, where she came from, her parents, what they did, who she was connected to. You may sit in if you wish. This will be an interrogation, essentially. It is not meant out of any malice, but I must know that I can have her aboard, well, close to my inner circle. The psychic evaluation is to make sure that she is not a sleeper agent of any cults. That is actually possible.
Sir, she's currently 100% in the dark about, well, as I said still in my report, we are. Well, she's mostly in the dark about who I am. I told her I'm the son of a noble, but technically I'm just adopted by one.
Son?
Daughter. I meant daughter. You know what I mean? I'm in front of the Inquisitor. Leave me be.
Trap.
She's not.
That's why Tiffany likes her so much. Oh.
No traps. No traps here. But
Trappery.
She still doesn't know that I'm a psyker, sir. I haven't told her anything yet. I wanted your blessing before I started down this path. And I personally know that, well, I don't know about if she's a sleeper agent or not, but I know that any other hardship, she'll be able to endure it.
Well, I suggest you get to telling her then. Because like I said, on the journey I will be testing her. It'll be 2 weeks until we arrive at our destination. On the second day I'll begin testing her. That is all the grace period I can give you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. gonna look at the rest of the group. Out of character. Don't we also want to grab Dave and Amy?
I don't think we're grabbing Amy yet.
No.
The Wild Wardens.
No, they're staying on the world. It was up to you guys what you want to do with the Daves. Grabbing them might not be a bad idea, but at the same time.
From our interactions with them, they sound like proficient scourges for equipment and quite easy people to get along with, so I know. Whip them up to shape, make them a bit more decent. We can use them as infiltrators. Because, while I would like to say otherwise, we're kind of the people that go in when we're certain it needs to be shot up. Or at least that has been our modus operandi for the last missions, couple of missions.
I will give you until next week to decide if you want to take any more NPCs along with you.
Alright.
To give you that extra grace period. Do you know what? As we're going for that extra grace period, is there anything you guys want to ask the Inquisitor now?
I want to talk to him in private, but nothing now. Oh wait, no, there is one.
You will ask him if, well, technically Monica already asked something similar, but I will ask him if I am allowed to research things about my past and what they might mean. Because I already took Forbidden Knowledge Demonology, but again, Leander wants to ask permission for everything.
Yes, essentially you have permission. The Inquisitor always knows what law you're asking him. I want this law, and he will give you access to it. So he always knows who has access to what law. Who do I need to make sure isn't going down, wrong think paths. So yeah, you can all acquire your forbidden knowledges as you please now.
Well.
I want to ask permission to check the Inquisitorial logs to see where certain people have gone.
Yep, you can do that.
I would just want to ask, with regards to prescribed knowledge and our compatriots, are we allowed to share everything with them, or only what we deem them necessary to know? As you say, some of these are corrupting of the soul.
Oh, when it's to do with forbidden laws, you keep that shit to yourself. Like, it's okay. all right. So let's say everyone's working on a group mission. So all the teams are working together. Then you can share knowledge, and you can be like, well, look, it could be that it's an entity from beyond. There are these things called demons. The Inquisitors spoke about it, but this is the deeper knowledge because you've got demonology. Whereas they might come across, saying, well, actually, it's not demons, it's some technological creature. I have forbidden law tech, and there's actually a type of nanite, tiny robot that could do this. Okay. So you can share knowledge then. If you're meeting people and you just want to bump ideas off them, and you go, so hypothetically, what if I needed to get power from the warp to someone? Sure, you can talk like that with other team members, but just going up and telling them, hey, look, I've got this knowledge, don't go doing that, because that could send them over the edge. You might be sent on a mission because your guys can handle the knowledge, whereas the rest of the teams can't.
No, it was more with sorry, more with like Darius, Ezio.
Player characters,
Like
you
our
can
own
share
team.
whatever. Yeah, player
Okay.
characters, you can share whatever. There's no limit on what you guys share into party.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, with the other groups, you're meant to keep that shit to yourselves.
Oh yeah, no. I understood with the other groups. It was just his whole thing about being honest with each other and stuff. I was like, how does that work? This prescribed. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Within your group, the idea is don't. Well, that's what he's trying to install into you because he's had it happen too many times before. He's been betrayed fucking too many times. He's like, look, for fuck's sake, acolytes, don't betray each other. Just be honest with each other and try and work through your shit. He's more like a counselor at the moment than a inquisitor. So right, what we will do then is, unless there are any objections, we'll end the episode off here. So then next week we'll have the feast where if you are like, no, let's bring Dodgy Dave and Mrs. Dave along, we can quickly hoodwink them and bring them up to the ship before it leaves. And then next week you'll meet the other rogue trader and the new ship, the Lustful Maiden, which you haven't seen yet. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked.
When are we having the individual meetings with the Inquisitor then?
That's technically when you're on the voyage. You know, when you've got 2 weeks to kill in between this planet and the next planet. That's when it's like, okay, look, I want to spare some time. If you really want to talk to him privately, you can wait behind and tell the rest of the group to fuck off.
Yeah. Okay. I will be doing that.
Do you want to do that this episode, or do you want to save that for next?
Probably best saving it for next because it might run on a little bit.
We'll save it for next time then. So sadly for those of you out there who wanted the episode to carry on, it won't. We're ending off right here. So I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come, where in the future there are big investigations, not just including Agrafria and Santa Fe, but other worlds within the sub that I've created and further beyond. So next time I think it will be feasts and drinking will be the episode of this. I guess it'll be a light-hearted one, maybe. I certainly hope everyone will join us then and there. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Praise God.
Yeah.